But then you get to a point where you turn 43 and you're like, life ain't promised. We ain't getting younger. I'm very scared to not accomplish the things that I say that are important to me because I'm going to run out of time.
Yeah.
I'm going to Hamilton my life. Like I'm going to write like I'm running out of time.
Yeah.
And that's just like, that's what we have to do. And I love that you said that like nobody's going to hand it to you because nobody is. Nobody owes you anything. We have to create small, simple habits that we know that are going to make a big difference. Hey ladies, welcome to the She's Rooted podcast.
We're about to get real unscripted.
So pull up a chair. Let's get to the root of it. What's up, Mo?
Hi.
We are back.
We're back.
We are back. You ever see that movie?
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Yeah. I don't know. Every time those words come out of my mouth, have you ever seen that movie? And I'm looking at you. I'm like, why the hell did I just say that to Mo? She's like, yep, I seen it.
But try me anyway, because it is kind of fun. Sometimes I know.
We are back.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure it's a hangover. I'll send it to you. It's fun.
Okay.
But we are back. And so are you on the other side of this podcast. Welcome on back to the She's Rooted podcast. If you are joining us for the first time, pull up a chair. It's about to get real.
Yes.
What I love about Mo and I is we literally have just an overarching topic, a quote, something that we came across, and we just chat about it. No scripts, no anything. Like it's just, you get what you get.
Yeah.
And you don't throw a fit. And if you do, just don't put it in the comment section.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
The thing
put
is,
whatever you want. I don't care.
Click off. Just stop listening. But yeah, you get a lot of perspective. Just
Yeah. No, I'm excited to chat about today because we literally I got French on there. We have a lot of fun here as well. Not afraid to laugh at ourselves here.
No.
So there's that.
Yeah.
But we kicked off our walking club, which is fun. Small habits is what we talked about on the last podcast, which then we told everybody what we're doing. This free virtual walking club. So if you're not in, you got to get on the in club. Like where all the cool kids hang out is in the Rooted Virtual Walking Club. We're about to get snatched. AF. Excited. At the time you're listening to this, I already had my birthday. So your girl's 43. What's happening?
I don't know. It's amazing. Do you know there's a time in my life I can still distinctly remember I was 29 years old and had 3 small children and I was going through a divorce and I did not think I was going to make it to 30. Like I remember just begging God in my prayers to live to 30. And like, I don't know. I things you go through in life just shift your perspective, man, so much. And I know you're joking, like when you say, because I know you think the same way I do, but it's like, what a privilege to grow older. What a privilege for and how, everybody's
life is fun now.
Yeah.
Life's always been fun, but I think it's you level up like a Mario Brothers game.
Mm-hmm. I do love Mario Brothers.
Same.
Yoshi.
He's so cute.
So cute.
There's like a rabbit now. Like ears. I don't know, he's cute.
Oh, this
he has like a I don't know. He's like a stick with a bag, I think.
High school.
Yeah. Well, we bought Matt the new Nintendo Switch 2 for his birthday.
Ooh.
And like old school Nintendo stuff is on there, right? So, and Matt, he's not a video gamer nowadays. Like we're in our 40s and he's just like, works hard. And I'm like, you need a mental break. Like there's this Zelda game that he was looking at that brought him back to when he was younger.
Yeah.
And it's like a good mind, like being able to navigate through things. And he works so hard that I'm like, well, maybe like we bring a little like old school youth to his life and he could play these games. And then I was eyeing the old school Mario, which it does not look like the old school Mario at all, by the way. But we were playing it over the weekend with a glass of wine. It was super fun.
That's cute. You're so good because this was a long time ago, but I tried to do the same for my husband and I was like, he just needs a break. Guess what I bought?
A vacation?
Coloring books. The adult coloring books.
Yeah. How'd that go?
These markers, how'd that go over?
Yeah.
Did not go over. He's like, oh, you thought I would like this?
Oh, has he ever told you that he likes coloring?
No, I like coloring. No.
Well, I'll do you one better with that. I'm right in the same line with you because I did that as well before I got the
Oh.
Nintendo Switch. I was like, we're gonna build a puzzle together. It's still in the box. We have not opened it. I'm like, I need a puzzle table. I need to do all these things before we can even. And it's a Disney puzzle. It's so nice. It's a Thomas Kincaid. I don't know if you've ever seen that painter.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
You should
It's
do it and then like shellac it and glue
yeah, I'm gonna shellac that damn thing.
it.
I gotta put it together first.
Wow.
So I told Matt, I said, we're gonna do this together. It's gonna be so much fun. He's like, so much fun? I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. We have not done it. So that did not land over here.
Yeah.
So I feel you with the coloring books.
Yeah.
Man, it's been a hot minute since I've colored anything.
I used to love coloring. I've colored with my youngest son now.
Yeah.
And it is, I don't know, something about it. It's a lot like painting to me. I like to paint. Like we just painted our downstairs.
No, I told Matt, I was like, I feel like I want to be a painter. He's like, okay, Jamie. I was like, no, I feel like it's therapeutic.
Why
like,
are we the same person? We are the same
It's so weird.
I just told him that when we painted our whole downstairs just recently.
It's weird.
And he makes me do all the cutting and like the edges.
Same. I love it.
Love it. Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm really good at this because all my years with eyeliner. I was like,
if all else fails in life, I'll just paint.
This is me. This is me.
Yeah, we did this room too.
Yeah.
I have a job. If nothing else pans out, if I need to, I could be a painter.
We're gonna be painters. We're gonna.
I don't like the fumes.
Fitness classes. We're gonna dance. We got a rooted walking club.
I love the walking club.
We're doing all the things that matter to us.
I love our community.
We're coloring. Well, you're coloring.
I know.
Something's happening over here. My ring is going crazy. Somebody's here. Oh, my Amazon.
What'd you get?
I don't know what I ordered. We don't know. Oh. But how about we get to our message for the day? We digress. Is that what you always say?
I digress.
I digress. Well, we wanted to talk about some habits because Mo and I got in a really good conversation over these past weeks about just like simple things and simple habits, which landed us on this whole walking club that landed us on talking about the small things are what are going to always open up the big things in our life and to not discredit that. And if you haven't picked up that book that Mo talked about last week, the Andy Andrews book, that is a great one to just kind of simplify some good perspective in a small bite-sized way. So I love that you brought that book to everyone's attention. So that was The Little Things by Andy Andrews. That's the title, correct? Yeah. So today we thought that we would zone in a little bit more on habits. And I came across this on Instagram. And it has some harsh words in it. So if you have little ears around you, I am warning you right now that I'm going to read it for what it says. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are they gone? I don't know. If they're not, pause this. But I love a good adult language sometimes. I like my adult words. I use those a lot in the gym, and I'm going to use them right now in this little snippet. So what it says, Mo, is your routine is your real personality. And that's big, bold. If you can see my phone, I like snap a lot of things. And I was like, all right, you reeled me in. Let me see what this person's talking about. And it says, if that stings, good. And I was like, why would that sting me? I don't know. Like, your routine is your real personality. I wasn't picking up what they were putting down at first. So I'm going to stop ad-libbing inside of it and just read it for what it says. So your routine is your real personality. If that stings, good. Because nothing exposes you faster than your habits. People brag about goals, discipline, dreams, but their routine tells the real, bad word, fucking story. I said that really weird, but here we are. In your mornings, or if your mornings are a mess, this whole thing that I'm reading is a mess.
Jamie, I'm going to give you permission that this is our podcast and you don't have to worry about anyone thinking anything or doing anything. You do you, boo, and read it.
Yeah. You know what? I love that, Mo. And I'm going to tell you something. I only allow one F word in my life, and it is the F word. So there is that. I hate the FAT word. Don't ever say it around me. I will throat punch you. Not really, but here we go. Um, Love to hate me. It's totally fine. Okay, your routine is your real personality. If that stings, good, because nothing exposes you faster than your habits. People brag about your goals, discipline, dreams, but their routine tells the real fucking story. If your mornings are a mess, if your nights are wasted scrolling bullshit, if you keep starting tomorrow, air quotes right there, starting tomorrow, then your life will reflect that chaos. Harsh? Question mark. Yes. But it's the truth everyone avoids. A solid routine doesn't just build results, it builds identity. It shapes how you think, how you move, how you treat yourself. And the scary part, question mark, you become whatever you repeat, good or bad. So if you want a stronger personality, a sharper mind, a better life, fix the damn routine first. Everything else follows. That is my type of messaging. I'm like, I love a straightforward, in your face, like, let me slap some hard perspective so you can really get out of your damn way. And now I understand why it says big and bold, your routine is your real personality.
Um,
Damn.
I love this, and I
So
just
good.
wrote it down. I love this part. A solid routine doesn't just build results, it builds identity.
Yeah.
I just, well, not just. We went through something with one of my boys in their teen years, just trying to like figure out life. And I remember distinctly having this conversation with one of them who just was like feeling, I think boys go through, when they hit like 17, 18, it's like this weird, like, oh my gosh, I'm graduating and like, what am I going to do? And
Right.
like all this, they have a different kind of pressure than a girl does. And he was really struggling, and I remember having this conversation with him, and he's like, I just feel like a loser, like I just feel like, and he kept saying like, and this was before he had a job, before he had anything really going. He didn't know what he was going to do with school, like whatever. And I remember actually saying to him, well, you're not a loser, but your habits and what you're doing are loser-ish. So you feel like a loser because your habits are loser-ish.
Yeah.
And he was like, what? And I'm like, you sit and just like scroll YouTube for hours, and like you're just scrolling and like not doing anything. You're not living, you're
Right.
not going, you're not doing, you're not working, like all these things. And this kid like heard that, and I don't know if it stung or what, but like he changed. So he made a change, and he ended up like getting a job, going to hang out with friends. He shut down YouTube, like complete change. And this kid is thriving now. And that just a solid routine doesn't just build results, it builds identity. But like the reverse of that was, I saw it where he was like, I feel like a loser. I'm like, you're not a loser. Your identity is not a loser, but your habits are making you feel that way because those are loser habits. Like,
Right.
it's so good.
That's so good. No, that's so true though, too. Like, and what if you didn't have, what if you weren't Monique and you weren't that mom that had that harsh reality of a conversation to sometimes when people go into those type of conversations, they're just looking for like, let me lean into, I don't want to say pity party of it because that's not what I'm trying to say, but like the emotion of like, let me stay in this pool of negative and let me swim around with you and try to coddle you through it without giving you any tangible, real harsh truth advice that can get you up and out of this damn pool, because you were never meant to swim in this pool for very long. You were meant to maybe like wade around it for a second because you needed to feel some sort of way so that that frustration can put enough kick in your ass to get up and go do something about it. Like, walk the walk that you talk. Now you got to put the actions behind it. But if you didn't have that conversation with him and letting him know like those habits are loser-ish, like that's not an easy sentence to say out of your mouth ever. And then you put in the mindset, I'm the mom and I'm saying this to my kid because I need him to realize that this is not his identity. He's choosing to wade in that identity pool of I feel like a loser. And it's like, bro, like that is not the case at all. But these are the things that are not lining up with the real identity, the life, the future that you want. You need to sometimes let go of things, not add things in. Sometimes you need to let go so that you can get ahead.
So good. It's
That
so
is
good.
so
That
good.
quote is so good because it is. It's like you're not a loser, but you're doing loser things. Your habits. So
Yeah.
maybe you're like, why am I not confident? Or why am I struggling with this? Or I'm so, whatever. Like maybe look check those habits because maybe you're
Right.
actually not you're not that, but you identify as that now because of your habits. Your habits are creating that feeling in you.
Right.
And like I'm such a failure. Well, where are you failing? Like what little habits do you keep wanting to do that you're not doing?
Right.
Walking club, right? Like
Right.
what what little things are you not holding yourself up to consistently that would
Right.
change that identity for you? And I love that too because it goes with what I always love to say, which is like today, be the woman you want to be. Like be that
Mhm.
version of you that you see that has this thing, right? Like I want to be over here and I really am a firm believer that you can be whatever you choose to be if you just walk it out, right? And I think
Right.
that's the side of this is that you have to say, this is the version of me I want to be. Well, what does that version do then? Like
Right.
if this version of me is this woman, what is that woman's habits? And when you look at those, what are you doing to align yourself with those habits?
Right.
Because once you just build those habits, you are that person. I want to be,
Right.
fit, hot, and rich. Cool. Well, what does a fit, hot, rich woman do? Shows up in this way, this way, this way. Are you doing that? No,
Right.
sitting on the couch looking at hot, fit rich women
Yeah.
online.
Those
Like,
bitches
well, yeah,
must be nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm pointing
Yeah.
fingers like, oh, they don't understand. She doesn't get it. Must be nice to be her. Like, no,
Right.
just be your version of that. Go do the things.
Right. But I think that sometimes for some women, and I have walked through this in my past with training clients, that were able to be raw and real with me for a moment on a hurdle that got in their way that they knew was absolutely ridiculous. And it was even more ridiculous that it came out of their mouth. But they had to own it and they had to face it so that it could be real to jump over. Sometimes, Mo, our mindset plays so many freaking negative, nasty tricks on ourselves that it holds us in a spot.
Mm-hmm.
It feeds that beast of failure. I can't ever have that. And then like we look at somebody's now as it's something that they've always walked through and that's who they've always been. And they don't look at maybe they walk through what I'm walking through. Maybe it was worse. Maybe they had more weight on them than they do now, and maybe they lost 70 pounds. I had training clients that would tell me, I you make me feel bad about myself. That is the worst thing you could ever say to someone with my heart.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? I'm
Yeah.
your biggest hype girl, biggest
Yeah.
cheerleader, most realistic trainer ever. Like I'm the trainer that would tell you, you don't need to sign a forever contract. If I do my job right, you're only gonna need me for a little bit because you're gonna create the habits that are gonna change your life and you don't need me. Like
Right.
I hate the gyms that rope you into a constant freaking contract because you shouldn't have to renew personal training every year of every year.
Right.
Like your trainer should train you so that you can train yourself.
Right.
That is our trainer's job. So when I had clients that would tell me like they feel bad, like I make them feel bad about themselves because like they're not where I'm at. And it's like, man, like that's where things really shifted for me in the beginning of my career that mindset plays so much more of a role in everything in our life than the actual systems and habits that are going to get you there. So you have to tackle that first and process things and see things clearly because the world likes to make things very cloudy.
Yes.
And if we can continue to tell ourselves a narrative that is going to be self-sabotaging, well, what the hell do you think is going to happen? You're going to self-sabotage yourself.
Yes. That's the power. That's why I love this because these things we're talking about, like even you reading that whole passage, and it's like this might sting. these are things that we can get control over and change. And once you start to go down this path of getting rooted, like we always talk about getting rooted and staying rooted, once you go down this path and you start to uncover these things, now tell me if this is true for you. I can say it's true for me. Now being somebody I used to have just a messed up mindset, dark, just I've gone through my own, and I think that's part of my personal struggle. You've had clients say that to you. I've had people say like, why are you so happy? Why are you so, and it used to bother me, but like what they don't know is what they can't see, which is the
Right.
darkness that I've battled alone by myself, like
Right.
in my own mind, and have overcome. And I'm so grateful. And I just like, I cultivate that and want more of that. And
Yep.
they don't know the darkness that I've walked through, right? But
Right.
once you start this journey, how quickly, like even, today, it could be going through stuff, which we are, and I can catch myself and go, okay, where's my stinking thinking? Like, where's
Right.
my mind going? Where can I catch the story that is not true, that I am swirling on, that is clearly wrecking me right now? Like, how can I, fix this story and get to the truth and get to the roots and get to the part where I change XYZ? And it gives
Right.
you your power back.
Right. Oh, for sure. No, man, I've had people that were telling me like you're too positive, like I had to delete you off Facebook.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm pretty raw and real.
Yeah.
Like I'm not all sunshine and rainbows, which somebody told me, Jamie, it's not all sunshine and rainbows.
I pulled that
Well,
all.
thanks. I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Really?
No
Yeah.
clue. Yeah.
Never
Man,
heard that.
I didn't realize that it wasn't sunny in my damn closet when I was bawling my eyes out when I
Sure.
thought that
Yeah.
I wasn't hot enough for my hot husband because I was over 200 pounds and I was self-sabotaging myself.
Yeah.
Man, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Are you sure?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
people have no idea
No.
what you have walked through. And we've walked through quite a lot of things on this podcast that both of us have walked in, been the butt of somebody's joke, like it's just you got to be an overcomer of things.
Yeah.
And God wouldn't walk you through things if he didn't know that you couldn't strengthen yourself up and out of it. And sometimes we need to maybe walk through some of those hard things so that we can turn around with our own voice to pick other people up and let them know, like, sis, it ain't that big of a deal. Like we talked about, not with all the small things, and you talked about in that book about not sweating the small stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My mom would always add on to that, it's all small stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, damn, it really is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it ain't gonna matter 5 years from now, don't give it 5 minutes.
Yeah. I know, and I
Yeah.
think that's why we're both so
Positive.
passionate. We're
Mo,
passionate.
stop being happy.
What?
Stop being happy.
Yeah. Well, that's why I think we're both so passionate about teaching this
Yeah.
rooted philosophy and like mindset and all this stuff, because we have walked through so much darkness.
Oh,
We
heck yeah.
have walked through so many storms, individually, and I feel like because of that, once you do come out on the other side, you're like, holy cow, I got to tell everybody how I got through this so that they can get through their stuff too. Because we're not ignorant. Life happens. It keeps happening. You're going to keep getting punched in the face. You're going to have to get
Right.
yourself back up. You're going to trip over. You're going to fall. You're going to stumble. All these things, they continue to happen to all of us till the day we take our last breath. But it's how we respond to these things that matters. And once get rooted, then the response is so much different, and there is genuine, it's not a fake there's genuine joy, gratitude, happiness, peace, like all of that comes through it. Again, not that you don't stumble, but you have these healthy habits, you have these little things down, you have this awareness, you have all this that you can just cultivate and grow, and you start to build this garden in your life that you're like, I just love this. I'm so
Right.
grateful for this.
Right. And it's not a crime to be grateful for what you have.
Yeah.
Like, if you're at a place where you can share that you're happy about something and that makes somebody else upset. I always go back to that like Taylor Swift quote where she was on a podcast and I've dropped this probably 5 times on our podcast, but it's so freaking good. If somebody makes you feel bad for something that you're excited about, they are the worst kind of people in the world. And like, I just feel like maybe they just have a bad mindset in the moment of their life at that point. And they need to work through some things, and it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. But at the end of the day, we do that to ourselves. We self-sabotage ourselves with so many things. And if you look at the habits that create the life that you want, it's on you if you don't show up and do the things and you don't stay consistent with it. And if you have hurdles that you know that are going to get in your way and stumbling blocks that are going to get in your way, you need to own it. You need to put it out there. Like just like this whole rooted walking club got started was because your girl realized that she sucked at walking in my real day-to-day life. Like you put me in a fitness class, I'm going to get my steps in. But you look at consistency days of sitting behind the computer and doing work and working from home, like when you can walk in Disney for 26,000 like steps, but yet at home you're hitting 2,200, there's something wrong. I'm not consistent in the things that are going to matter because I am overlooking them.
Right.
So sometimes you have to like put yourself out there, and that's going to be like, oh, that's a megaphone to your life, and you're going to have other people that are going to either be a part of it and walk with you or hold you accountable. There are going to be people that are probably making fun of you. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
You have to do what you need to do to better your life.
You just froze.
Mornings are a mess, and if your nights are wasted scrolling bullshit, and if you keep saying I'm going to start tomorrow, then your life will reflect that chaos. I was walking through my own personal chaos in the morning, and I thought, and I'm living my best life scrolling TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, the house isn't getting clean. And before I know it, it's 11:30.
Yeah.
The girl ain't showered yet. The hell am I? I got a Zoom I got to be ready for. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not ready yet. And then it's just like you're setting yourself up for failure. And I think sometimes when you look at your choices in life, you can look at the clear path of, am I setting myself up for success or am I setting myself up for failure? There's no gray in between that. It's black or white. It's always going to be black or white. And even if you're failing your way towards success, that's still on the right path.
Yeah.
But the failures are literally doing nothing, doing things that are going to hold you back.
Right. Right.
And sometimes you need to get yourself around a different conversation, a different environment, a different room, a different podcast, a different book, a different something that can trigger something in your mind that you see it different, you hear it different, so that you start to do different.
Right.
And then when you start to do different, that isn't going to be enough. It never is. Right. Because we will quit on ourselves long before we will ever quit on somebody else. You have to find somebody that you know, that you like, and that you trust, that you can share that out with why this is important to you. If you don't get yourself below surface level, you're going to be back in the chaos that you're pissed off about. And that's your identity.
Yeah.
Like, we live this life once. Like, that's what we're going to do with it. That's what we want.
Right.
You have to protect it. You have to protect your peace. You have to protect your boundaries. You have to protect your health. You have to protect your choices and protect your future.
Yeah.
And you need to have freaking fun. It doesn't got to be all crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love this.
Yeah.
This is my kind of like.
It's so good. Yeah.
Have you ever taken the disc training? I almost said the wrong word.
I know.
I heard. Slip there.
You heard it. Was one of those, but
they all heard it too. The disc.
Yes. Personality.
Yes. So Mo and I, shocker, are the same.
Yes.
Eyes.
Yes.
With some D.
Yes.
So D's very like, just get to the effing point, like just straight, narrow, tell me how it is so I can freaking do it.
Right.
Eyes are like very excitable, like let's like all the fun things.
Yeah. Add some glitter.
That's it. I don't like glitter.
Music.
Add the music. But sometimes I notice myself, some days are like, and certain things that I do very high I, and certain things are very high D. Like I sway majority I, but D is important, I think. But like I think that's why these type of like things that I come across and I read, I love that. I love the straightforward, just tell me how it is. This girl, like lay it on me. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings. You ain't gonna ruffle my feathers. I do that enough for myself.
I've been through worse.
Been through worse.
I've been through way worse. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think that if we talk about what's important to us and then we actually pull the mirror up, is what's important to us matching the mirror of our habits.
Right.
And sometimes, Mo, what if people don't know what the habits are that are going to help them get to where they need to go? Because that is a real thing. You get in like this analysis by paralysis, and then we live in a world where you think you have to have everything freaking perfect and you have to have 5 million things in order to have the one thing that you actually want.
Yeah. That's why I like the that's why I like to like kind of have that picture vision of like this ideal version of you. Like I remember being a lot younger and going through that exercise where they're like, "Oh, map out your perfect day, map out your perfect your life." And I think there is something to be said about that from a quality and character standpoint if you can dissect it that way. Not like my perfect day is this and like I just need this much money to get to this lifestyle. I look at it more like this version of myself from a character standpoint for who I want to be remembered as, the life I want to live while I'm here, and like going backwards from that and saying like, what does that person have to do to be that way? You know, and we've talked about it so many times on this podcast. You know, you've given examples of like mothering when you had to get up before your kids in order to be that version of the mother that you wanted to be for your children, making this a habit for you and this a staple and a standard and a root for you that you woke up before them so you could be this version of mom.
Changed my life.
I think that we can change our life in many different ways when we do that. When you set these roots for yourself, you know, I'm going to be rooted in somebody that doesn't gossip. I'm going to be rooted as somebody that doesn't. And you set these kind of roots for yourself down because I'm doing this because, and I'm doing this intentionally, and I'm building these habits intentionally because I want to be this version of myself in the end, you know?
Right.
So I think that when we struggle to understand the habit, if we can look at some of the simple ones, kind of piggybacking off of what we talked about last week, like sometimes it's just the really simple ones that it's not some big fancy program or restructure or like, you know, wipe it all down and start over again thing. It can be very little habits that, you know, the basics. How many of you listening, you know, wake up and pick up your phone first, or how many of you listening wake up and put your feet on the floor, thank God, go and get a big glass of water and drink like how many of you do the things? They're the basic simple things that little change in and of itself can set a different tone for the day.
100%. But you have to take ownership of knowing that those simple things can actually do the thing.
Sometimes you just have to, yeah, and you have to try. Like maybe if you're listening today and you're like kind of doubting that, I just maybe make a game of it and you're like, all right, for a month, Monique, then I'm going to not scroll for first thing in the morning. I'm going to put my feet down. Thank God for a new day. I'm going to drink some water. I'm going to read something good, 10 pages of something good. I'm going to write down what I'm grateful for, and I'm going to go for a walk with the walking club. And I'm going to do that for 30 days, and I'm going to show you, Monique, that it's not going to make a difference. And I say, bet. Let's
freaking go.
Sometimes you just got to throw some habits out there and try it and give it a run and test on yourself, you know? That's what I do anyway.
Heck yeah. You know what? It's really hard. I heard one time, it is really hard to be frustrated, pissed when you're grateful.
Yeah.
Like,
it is.
But then you have like some people, like I used to be back in the day, like you have those people that would tell you, you need to write down affirmations and you need to like speak this out on cards. And like, I was like, okay, I am amazing. Like, I felt so stupid. Like, I'm like, this is dumb. You're not amazing. Shut the F up. Like, it backfired on me. Like, you have to find what your cup of tea is. Not everybody's going to like tea. Doesn't make tea bad. You just got to find your route that's going to get you to actually show the hell up for your life.
Right.
That's what this whole thing is always all about. You got to build that belief. You got to build that confidence. You got to take ownership, and you got to stop whining in your freaking ish.
Right.
You created it. I created it. Mo created it. And that's on us.
I think
if we want better, we got to do better.
Right. And I think one of the worst places to be is to be somebody that's like got this dream and this like desire, like you're sharing your dreams, you're sharing all this stuff, but you don't have the action to back up ever actually getting there, because that dream
Yeah.
is just going to die with you. But it's a miserable, sad place
Yeah.
because I think it's like self deception, right? And then you do start to kind of feel even more like, wow, I really can't have. Well, you can't have because you didn't put in the work, because you didn't take
Right.
any action towards it. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can have, you just aren't doing
Yeah.
anything to have it. And it's
Right.
not like
Yeah.
nothing is going to get handed to us. So,
Right.
yeah,
My biggest nightmare.
yeah,
I'm living it myself.
yeah,
Like there, like you have these big audacious dreams and you say you're going to do these things and you then have another great idea that you're going to go do that thing and then the other one's like just left on the back burner,
yeah,
but it's still sitting there. But then you get to a point where you turn 43 and you're like, life ain't promised.
mm-hmm,
We ain't getting younger.
mm-hmm,
I'm very scared to not accomplish the things that I say that are important to me because I'm going to run out of time.
yeah,
I'm going to Hamilton my life. Like I'm going to write like I'm running out of time.
yeah,
And that's just like that's what we have to do. And I love that you said that like nobody's going to hand it to you because nobody is.
no,
Nobody owes you anything. Like nobody needs a clap for you. Nobody needs to pick you up when you fell down.
right,
Like you got to do that for your damn self because if you don't do it for yourself, who the hell is going to? Nobody.
nobody.
Nobody. Like so I just we have to create small simple habits that we know that are going to make a big difference.
Yeah,
And as silly as taking a walk might sound, there are so many people that don't do it.
yeah.
There are so many people that are not doing the small things day in and day out consistently that can make a huge benefit in our health. Why? Why don't we go run and do the things that are simple?
I think you count because it's simple to not do, and you count the cost, right? Like if you actually look at it, what's the other quote that says, um, "It's hard to not do it, and it's hard to do it." Kind of idea. Choose your hard, because the
Oh yeah,
fact is, like all the facts you rattled off last week about walking and benefits from health, and
huge.
they're outrageous and they're huge. And so you say, okay, it's hard to get up and do this thing for 30 minutes, or it's hard to block off this 20-minute time because I'm so busy, or I'm so whatever.
Yeah,
We have, again, these stories that we've told ourselves that we need to dismantle, and that's part of getting rooted in your reality and rooted in your ability. And you dismantle that, and then you have to look at it and go, okay, that's hard. But what's going to be harder is when you're a little older and you have dementia and diabetes, and now your family's taking care of you, or deciding if you're going to go to a nursing home or you're going to be able to live on your own. Like that's hard.
right,
Choose your hard. It's hard to get up and do this. It's hard to block off 20 minutes. It's hard to
right.
put yourself out there. Yeah, that's going to be hard too, though. The alternative.
Yeah,
So it's choose your hard. And sometimes we don't think of it that way. We're just thinking in the moment, and we're like,
right,
I don't got the time today. Can't do it
right.
today. Can't fit it in.
Yeah, but we are also in the mindset of that's 500 million years from now. I'll handle it then. I'll take care of it then. But what you're doing today creates the damn then.
Right.
We're so guilty of it, all of us.
I know. I know.
And I do think like even owning up my ish on not being a great walker on certain days, like, do you think that, okay, miss, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. I'm talking to you. Like someone that's been in the fitness and nutrition industry for 5 million gazillion years, like have walked the walk that I talk. I have helped hundreds of people grab a hold of their better health. And even there are days that I slack, but I'm not going to put it out there. I'm not going to be raw and real.
Right.
Like, why don't you read that damn post? You know what I mean? Like, I think that the truth is the only thing that can ever change us. And if we're so afraid to not put out our real raw truth, like, then what are you doing?
Yeah. And there's never like I just think that, yeah, along those lines too, you put it out there, you own it, and then
Then you
I'm
do
so
something.
yes, my grandma. I'm so grateful that my grandma like got to be my grandma because
I love that.
she's the best. But she always used to, it's so dumb, but she used to just always tell me, like, she was so simple with her responses to me. I'd be like so stressed out and so frazzled, and she'd be like, Monique, where there's a will, there's a way. And
Yeah.
Like that stuck with me. And it's something that you can reach in your pocket and pull out and be like, listen, like I'm struggling today, but where there's a will, there's a way. Like if you want it
Right.
bad enough, like go for it. You're gonna find a way, you're gonna make a way, you're gonna create a way, and you're gonna get it done. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of us could really stand to hear some more of that kind of truth of just the simple
Heck yeah.
like sack up,
Old
let's go.
school.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like
You know,
this.
it's realized that every hard thing that you have walked through, you walk through it.
Yeah.
You ever look at that? Like you did it.
Yeah.
You've been through it. You walked through it. You experienced it. You taught
Everybody
yourself
that's listening has been through something.
everybody.
Yep. Yeah.
Right. So we can't stop scrolling our phone
Right.
over mindless things that because we don't have the time to walk or we don't have the time to prioritize whatever our audacious goals are, whatever that is for you. Like you want to write a book, you want to get a job, like advancement, a raise, like you want to be a CEO of a company that you start from scratch. Like what the hell is stopping you? You. These are things that we need to like be in the mirror and tell ourselves like it's on you.
Yeah, if your habits are not aligning with what you say you're wanting, then you might as well
Yeah.
reassess what it is you say you want or
Right.
reassess your habits. Like you
Yep.
have to do one.
You're going to laugh. So we all know that one of my biggest audacious dreams is I'm going to finish my damn book.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm talking to my cousin who has finished his book. He has not published it yet, but it's done. And he tells me about this book that he bought that totally helped him figure out how to write a book. So I'm like, bet, Amazon, ordered. Well, let me tell you, sometimes on our road to we're going to get our ish together, there's some curveballs that are going to happen. Life's going to freaking happen. You're going to have a French bulldog that thinks that there's a toy inside of that Amazon package. Friends, I hope you're watching. What the heck? So, like, I'm like, I can't read this book now. It's all chewed up. My husband's like, you can read all the words. It is just chewed on the outside. But I'm like, it's ruined. I haven't even opened it yet because I'm so pissed off that my Frenchie ate it. But here we are. But at the end of the day, somebody put that bag on the floor, and I know who you are, and I know you're probably listening to this podcast. I will not call you out,
I
but
can laugh because I know it's not me.
yeah. But sometimes things do come in our way and we allow it to get in our way. And I haven't even freaking thumbed through the very first page because I'm like, F this book.
Salt.
It's eaten up.
Destroyed.
It's destroyed. But no, I'm gonna read it because like you have to put on what do you want more? Do I want to read a chewed up book that is eligible and I can read through it because I want to write my book and my cousin came and said that this was a high recommend that really helped him? Or am I gonna be like, no, it's gonna be a chewed book on my damn desk? I almost bought a new one. Matt's like, seriously? You're gonna buy a new book just because there's like some bite marks on it? I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I am. I didn't. But
I have
I
it.
also didn't open it up yet. But life's gonna happen, curveballs are gonna come, things are gonna get moved to the back burner.
Yeah.
And now my habits around this thing that I say that I want to do are non-existent. Truth be
Yeah.
told.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know.
Because
It's
we
life,
need
girl.
moments like this to recenter us, reroute us, and get us
Yes.
back
Yep.
on track.
Yep.
It's life.
I love this whole thing. I
Yeah.
might print it and keep it in my office. I need to find out who wrote it. I don't know who wrote it.
I don't know either.
I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Everyone knows where they're at in their day. Take some things off your table.
Yeah.
But what do you say to the mom that's in your shoes with the young kids right now? Like in the heat. Mine are adults, okay? All of them. All of them. I have two.
All too.
I actually have two 19-year-olds, which is kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah. And then Kirsten, she'll turn 20, which is nuts. How the hell do I have a 20-year-old?
I have one turning 21 this year.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But what about the mamas with the young kids that will put herself first, but really last? What do you say to that mom?
Yeah, that one's really hard. I feel like I have been going through one of the more difficult seasons of parenting and motherhood and all of that. These last couple of years, just having like such a gap between my kids. It's a blessing and it's beautiful, but it's also really difficult because I have the older kids that need like a different kind of attention, and their hours of attention are different, right? Like their late night hours.
Yeah.
The other guy is like the early morning hours and like the right after school hours, but these guys need the right after school hours. And they're different conversations completely, they're different energies completely, they're different focuses completely. It's not like when I had all three of the older ones and they were all on the same page pretty much, when you're doing the same style of parenting, all you're not switching gears. Like my brain feels fried. So if you're listening and you feel like me, and you are in like burnout motherhood syndrome, because I think that's like a real thing. I think it's one of the, for me, and I'm just going to speak like real raw because that's what we do here. So judge it if you want to and whatever. But for me, A1, number one, like my faith is everything. So I pray a lot. But number two is just, it's that kind of like kicking the butt to yourself where you're like, you're not going to quit. So you have to go with it in some regard, right? And then you have to find those little moments or schedule in or create those little windows that you have to, like Jamie said earlier in earlier podcasts, like I'm gonna have to sacrifice somewhere, and be strategic in my time to build the habits that I know I need to have. And
Right.
it's easier, and I've been in this place where you're so burnt out where you're like, it's easier for me to just shut my eyes. Like I just want to close my eyes and sleep all day because I'm so shot.
Yeah.
But when I have that, there's been times where I give in and I'm like, I am going to shut my eyes because I'm wasted. And then there's other times, and you know yourself. And if you don't, then that would be step one for me, is like to gain
Yeah.
an awareness of yourself. And where are you trying to like cop out, and where are you actually shot and like genuinely need to pull back?
Right.
Because if I know it's just like a cop out, like Monique, I know you're shot, but like you're really fast forward going to be frustrated with yourself if you nap right now, or if you just close your eyes all day, or if you sit and scroll all day, or if you just go blow the day with a girlfriend. Like you're gonna get real frustrated with yourself later. So why don't you do XYZ? Because these things, to your point, these habits, go for a walk, phone a friend that you know is going to fill your cup, pray, journal, eat something that's going to energize you. Don't give in to the temptation of whatever. Like the habits that I know are roots for me, do those things. And then if you still feel like you're shot, close your eyes.
Good night. Good night.
Then you're good. Yeah,
Yeah.
then you know you're really shot. No,
Yeah.
I feel for that woman. Genuinely, I feel for that woman. And I do feel like I am in one of those places. And I think that the reality stands, though, if I'm being very honest, that your habits still determine how shot you will end up being. Because in these seasons where you feel overwhelmed, it's very easy to throw out all the healthy habits and
Right.
just like veg out and crash, and then your emotions, and then it's just this domino effect where if you
Right.
can keep that structure and you can keep hold of some of those habits, or create some new ones that you're going to need, then I think you can withstand the storms and withstand the struggle a little bit more, um,
Right.
of the season that you're going through. And remembering that it is a season. I hate that phrase, but at the same time, there is comfort in that phrase that you're like, this is just a season. Like the reality is that this stressed out phase of motherhood is not going to be forever. And then we're going to be in Jamie's season where her kids are grown and they need a little bit less of her, and she can, focus on other things. And I think that it's more important than ever, if I'm honest, that you maintain habits of the person that you want to be in
Right.
the
Don't lose
hardest
yourself.
seasons.
Don't lose yourself in the pursuit of the chapters and the seasons that we get to walk through as mothers and get to walk through as women.
It's a fight. I feel
Oh,
like right now I'm
absolutely.
in a fight. It's a fight
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
to stay there. So if you're in that season, I'm fighting with you. I understand that, and I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that. Like it's a genuine
Yeah.
fight for your life where you're like, I can't. I have to still keep these habits. I have to still
Right.
prioritize this thing. Because the reality is these children, as beautiful and wonderful as they are, they're also little individuals that we're just stewarding for such a short time, and
Right.
they have to learn to be independent. They have to learn to do all these things on their own. They're so needy, yet also they need to struggle as well. So it's like,
Right. Yep. 100%. Yeah, I remember when we were looking at putting some of our rooted schedule, like the behind the scene things that we were working on back, man, was a year and a half or so ago. Um, and like in the moments of like the excitement and everything, like you were all in on
yeah,
every day, every time. And I knew that the excitement sometimes can cloud
yeah,
the what we have to show up for, which then when we show up for too many things, overlapping the things that we want to show up for, that creates more chaos and creates more frustration, overwhelm, stress that's going to sift down the
yeah,
excitement quicker than if we just really just take a excitement out of it, take the I out,
right,
focus focus on the D,
yeah,
and and look at um, what are the things that we have to do. We have to put those down first. These are the non-negotiable things. No matter what, Mo's showing up for this. No matter what, Jamie's showing up for this. No matter what, you on the other side of this podcast, you are showing up for that. You time that out. That is, you can't touch it. Like, you have to do it. Period. The
yeah,
end. Whether you like it or you don't, you're doing it. And then you have the things that you want to do. And you need to prioritize that. And the want to do's should have to do with you, like growing yourself, growing your mindset, growing your health, growing your house, growing whatever it is that's important to you. That goes in the want to do's, and you schedule it.
mm-hmm.
And then
I
you have free time, like the
I
things
do.
that you get to do, like, and the things that you get to do when you get to enjoy them more is because you actually prioritize the things that you have to do and the things that you want to do. That allows for a more peaceful get to do. Does that make
Right,
sense?
totally. And I do.
But it's not always easy.
I'm a big planner girl, and I do think that the
You
practical.
want to talk about your journals? How many?
Way too
Not
many.
yet.
Way
Not
too many. But
okay.
practically speaking, I'll give a couple tips if you're in this burnout season too that have helped me tremendously. And everybody's wired different, so you have to figure out what works for you and what really grounds and roots you. But um, actually, kind of like theming out my week has helped a lot. Where like you have your daily little things and you time block out, like Jamie said, I go through the calendar, I'm like, these have to be done, these are all appointments, these are all things that kids have to do, like everything that has to be done goes in first, and then I build around that. But I really have started, again, for me, this is just me, but like it works really well for me and our family just because of the dynamic that like Fridays, I just clean Friday. Like it's just a block of time. So I'm not switching gears and going here and there. For me, if I can get into a cleaning zone because I hate it so much, I have to do it all at once. I have to like get in a mode, I have to crank the music and I have to do it all at once. And for me, that works really well too because that's when my husband comes back and like everything's done and everything's set.
Right.
But then that means like on Thursday, if I want to do something with somebody, like I know that Thursday is like a good day to do that, or Monday. Like I have like these little buckets of days, I guess, where it helps take a lot of the thinking and the other mental load out because I'm like, okay, if I'm going to schedule an appointment for the vet or a hair appointment or to meet somebody for coffee, it's going to be on this day or this day. And those are the only days I allow myself to be available for those things because the other day, like this is when we podcast, this is when we do this. And I kind of like themed out days that has helped me tremendously, along with bucketing, time blocks, like you said, where it's like I have to schedule all the things I have to do, and then the things that, the rest
Right.
fills in the gap.
Right. Yeah, and that creates a different outcome as you stay consistent with it.
Yeah, and I think you get distracted, like there, especially again. And I've stayed off social media a lot, and it's helped a ton too because you can get distracted even like in this season as well. What's worked really well is like kind of repeating different meals on certain nights of the week, and it's like kind of become a thing now where it's like, okay, Wednesday nights we have church, and we do Caesar salads Wednesday nights, like, and everybody's like, oh, is it Caesar salad night and church night, like, but that's been like, that's one thing off my head that I have to think about or do.
Right.
It's like one task away that is just always this way.
Right.
So those little tips have been super helpful to do, is just in writing everything down. I told you guys about my little notebook that I keep with me, and like anything that pops in my head, because I'm trying to stay off my phone too. And honestly, that has been a huge help. Like not being on my phone and checking it all day is a huge help, because I feel like that was helping me. That was like distracting me. It felt like more noise and more stress and like more, and getting away from that, I'm like more grounded in my day. And like you said,
Yep.
the cleaning is done, this is done, that is done, like everything's like done because I'm in my world doing the thing, not like in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out all day
Right.
long.
Yeah. It's everything when we can do that and show up for it. I think it's why, even like with the walking club, kind of like theming out the steps. I'm a themer. I'm a nerd. We
I
know
love
this.
things too.
We're good. Everybody loves a good theme.
Yeah.
But like focusing on like the building blocks of things, like show up, get grounded, stay rooted. Like it is a build upon, and it says it right at the bottom of our sheets. But you could put that in anything. Like I'm gonna show up for my house and clean it. I'm gonna get grounded in my routine and what makes sense for me. Mo likes to rock it out on Fridays and get it all done. Me, I hate cleaning. Um, capital HATE, probably big bold letters. So I have noticed in my life and in our corner of the woods over here, or I should say corner of the corn stalks, we're in Indianers. Uh, I always found it that if I spent all day cleaning, my tornadoes would come through. And I'm like, the hell happened? And that stresses me out because I feel like, man, I did all that damn work for nothing. And now I got to do it again next week. So, what really works for me is like just looking at how my day flows out, the things that I get to do, I put first. And like, I have my morning routine set. I have my 30 minutes with my coffee every single morning. I am feeding my mindset. I am not scrolling social media. When I used to scroll social media till forever, I'm like, that's not building anything. And your girl's not showered and we got shit to do. So we need to figure this out. So 30 minutes in the morning. First thing I do, I get up. Thank God for another day. We're going to make this the greatest day ever. Blessed for that. Go down, have my water with my mineral salt. Then I have my coffee and I sit after I say goodbye to Matt and wish him a great day for work. Sit for 30 minutes with my coffee, read something that is going to sharpen my mind or something I'm interested in that is going to grow me somehow, some way. Get up after 30 minutes and I do my daily cleaning. Get it done. Get it off my plate. And when I have stuck to that habit, my life is so much calmer within my four walls. And I'm not someone who loves to clean all the time, but I will tell you, having a clean house and honoring that, and having Matt come home from a hard day's work and not to chaos, like,
Yeah.
and chaos comes in many forms, not just in our mindset, but around us.
Yeah.
It is made things more peaceful of like, oh, I get to show up without all the chaos of all the to-do lists in my head. I can be fully present in our podcast. I can be fully present in the other things that I show up for, and it's not going to get in my way because I prioritize it first thing in the morning. I ate the frog first, if you
I
will.
love it. I feel the same way. I love it. And that's where, like, I think pillars for me, like I have like my pillars of the day that are very similar, where it's like your morning routine or your morning pillars, where it's like I'll do all my cleaning, and then the rest of the week it's like the little, like everything's not cluttered, right? Like you
Yeah,
still tidy up, you still have your dish sink clean, like all those little staple things
right.
are a daily thing, but those are like daily tasks to me now. They're not like
Yep.
cleaning tasks. It's just like your daily. And when you are those habits, like it does, everything
It's
just runs smoother. And yeah, you
right.
start to crave the feeling on the other side more than you hate the task.
100%.
Yeah.
And I will tell you too, like prioritizing the biggest ish first is something that's been helpful for me. So like the cleaning and keeping the house clean and doing all of that, like that was something I needed to tackle first. And when you start to do good things in your life that and you get it consistent and like check done, this is like a habit now, those good consistencies that turn into just normal everyday habits then roll into other good consistencies that you build upon. Yeah. So, like, just like my focus was that. And now I'm looking at other things in my life that I need to get that same wheel a turning. Yeah. And like, I mean, it was one of the biggest reasons with the walking thing. Right. Like, if I can show up for that and create a normalcy, and I know that if I'm struggling with that, statistics show me how many people are struggling with that. So I know because I live it, I breathe it. But if I can gather up a community and we can all just show up together, then that's one small thing that then can turn into another thing that you grab a hold of later. So we don't have to have all the things on our plate checked off on day one.
All at once, yeah.
You just got to figure out what's the biggest priority that you need to focus and jump over, and then create the habits around it that is going to help create that stumbling block to get smaller and smaller in your life so that it's no longer a stumbling block. It's a path that you walk down, you've conquered, like game on, bet, did it, crushed it, who this, and then go do something else, So like,
yes.
I think that it's important sometimes to have harsh, straightforward perspective conversations because, I mean, you don't need a bunch of attaboys like in your life. Like you're crushing it when they're like, she is not crushing it. Like, not clean. Like she's walking 1,000 steps a day. She sucks. But yeah, so there's that.
Yeah.
But no, I really like where we took this podcast today. Like, I think this is going to be something that I'm going to continue to like maybe press play on later in life too,
like for sure.
Something that's always a great reminder. And just because we've walked through something and we've grabbed a hold of something doesn't mean that there are going to be not going to be curveballs later in life, that there is a message that you're going to need to receive again because maybe you got too comfortable.
Yeah.
You know?
Very much.
Stepped out of habit. You guys step back in line. Get your ish together. I sent you this. I want you to read this to everybody. I just sent it to you. Get that passion going. Yell at us a little, Mo. You got it?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now. It's a little tiny, but hold on.
Now, let me remind you, Mo, this is our podcast, so you can say however you want.
I'm not a big, I know, but I'm not I say things when I'm mad.
You can, I love a good F word in a good context. Mo, I will give you permission to say the word that you want to say in place of it.
Okay,
thank you. So cute. I could be the bad one on the podcast. It's totally fine. Go ahead.
You're not bad. I don't
You're
think
gonna be like, tell the real flower story.
It's not all sunshine and roses. I am stuck in blue.
She's blushing.
I'm stuck in Bluey world where they're like, bushel bags. Like they
yeah. I might use that word instead.
What do they say? Like, it's not that. They say something on Bluey where you always think he's gonna like say a bad word, but he says a word instead. The dad and Bluey, which is a kid's cartoon, and I'm always like, oh man.
I'm gonna write that down. I like it. I'm actually gonna write that.
I don't know what it is. It's not that. What does he say? He says, now I gotta look it up. This is so annoying because it's my son says it now. Like when he's frustrated.
Bushel bags.
It's not bushel bags. It's
She don't know movies, but Bluey nailed it.
He says, "Oh, biscuits."
I like that even better. better. I love biscuits.
My son will say no, and he'll get frustrated, and he'll be like, "Oh, biscuits."
I love it. Let's stay with that.
Okay.
You do biscuits.
Okay. Well, your routine is your real personality. If that stings, good, because nothing exposes you faster than your habits. People brag about goals, discipline, dreams, but their routine tells the real effing story. If your mornings are a mess, if your nights are wasted scrolling bullshit, if you keep starting tomorrow, then your life will reflect the chaos. Harsh? Yes, but it's the truth everyone avoids. A solid routine doesn't just build results, it builds identity. It shapes how you think, how you move, how you treat yourself. And the scary part, you become whatever you repeat, good or bad. So if you want a stronger personality, a sharper mind, a better life, fix the damn routine first. Everything else follows.
So good.
It is so
Get your ish together.
It is so good.
It's so freaking good. Like,
thanks for sharing.
You're welcome. I appreciate it.
Very good.
Oh, biscuits.
Oh, biscuits.
You're so cute. I knew she wasn't going to say the F word. I knew it. You were like, get it, girl. Say it.
I have it.
Podcast.
Because I know you. I know you.
I'm like, hell yeah, let's do this. And then I'm like, all right. So the whole time that you said that to me, I put a little pin in my head. I'm like, I'm going to make her read this.
Oh, you were prepared?
Oh, yeah. I was prepared. I'm like, she ain't going to read it. She's going to be so cute about it. Because that's just who you are. And that's why I love you.
It's awkward for me to just say it reading. I just feel like
she was like in it. And she's like, effing. Well, we'll work on it. You know what, friends? We're all in different seasons of our life, even though Monique does not like that, but she is in the season of watching Bluey. And I think that you should send them an email, and instead of biscuits, they should say bushel bags. I like it. Oh, bushel bags.
I knew it started with a B, okay? Yeah. I knew it was a B.
I like bushel bags better than biscuits.
Bushel bags.
We're going to create, oh my gosh, in our Rooted merch, we're going to put bushel bags on it. That might be the next club.
The bushel bags club?
Yes.
Where we teach you how to say the F word when you're reading.
Yep. Yeah. You know, it's fine.
I'm blushing.
You should be. That was funny. Yep. It was good. No, I appreciate it.
Now I'm going to go dance.
Yeah, you get to teach class, and I love a Tuesday drop because
I don't even have
to drop it like it's hot later this evening.
I dance now to all edited songs.
All clean?
Yeah.
I'm like, let's just. Yeah.
There was a season that
you can't do that though. I think sometimes you don't know who's going to walk into your class or who's going to bring their daughter.
Yeah.
I mean, not that they're not listening to that. I mean, it's on the radio, a lot of the things, but
yeah.
It's so make a clean version, then it's good. That's why you have a badass playlist that nobody knows about that gets you out of your own way.
Because it is. It's emotion, right? Like it's all language is emotion. It all does release a different way. But yeah.
Yeah. It's fun. We love a Monique Ricci. Do you remember our very first podcast? You guys should all go back. I'm pretty sure it was podcast number 1. Your computer died on that day too.
Oh yes, I remember that.
But remember, it was so awkward for a moment. Man, we've grown a lot in our podcast world over here. But remember how I was like, I said my name, Jamie Summers, and you're like, you said, and I'm Monique Ricci.
I did.
It's so slow.
I need to go back and listen.
You're like Monique.
Like I wasn't sure.
Yeah, you're like.
And I dropped my last name.
Yeah, you're like, this is weird. I've never said my name like that.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
I talk to a 7-year-old all day. I don't know. I don't tell him who I am. I don't say the F word to him.
Let's hope not.
No. No.
Yeah, can't do that.
No.
Oop, got some texty messages coming in.
All right.
Well, on that note,
really good.
Let's grab some good habits. Keep it small, keep it simple, keep it consistent. Do one small thing and just say yes to it every single day. Prioritize it on your schedule. Create a habit around it. Change your life one step at a time.
Yeah.
Literally.
And if you don't know what the habit should be and you're not walking, join the walking club and start with walking.
Free.
And maybe while you're walking, you'll start to think of the other habits you need to do.
Right. With some adult words, maybe.
Yeah.
Or bushel bags and biscuits.
Aww.
Either way. I like both of them. Well, I love you. I appreciate it. This was such a great topic. I think that a lot of women, everyone, don't need to be women. Everybody needs to hear a good message like this. I think that we got stuff to do and we're running out of time. So create the life that you want, and that's only done by the habits you choose to show up for. So show up, be grounded, stay rooted, and we'll see you on the next podcast. Love you, Mo. Appreciate you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. We hope that landed. If it did, drop a comment, share it up, and you know what? We'll see you next week. Until then, stay rooted, sister.